All right. What is up? What's happening, fellas? How we doing? Hope the world is treating you well. So, did you see that? Did you see that? So, it looks like that Loki is getting a tier 3, and it actually kind of makes sense. I believe that we know without a doubt that it is Loki because during this comic run, he is the king of the Frost Giants, right? Odin is now the king of Asgard. Loki is the king of the Frost Giants, and it appears that he's left the throne of the Frost Giants. And I'll show you some things. Basically, Loki goes to Asgard to talk to Thor. He asks him, he's like, "Are you sure you're ready for this? Are you getting used to it?" Because being the king of Asgard requires a different type of skill than Thor's actually used to. Thor's kind of like Hulk, right? He knows how to just go in and smash. He knows how to smash heads and take care of problems with his fists, right? When you need to have a certain type of diplomacy to basically to avoid warfare versus just going in and just smashing heads, right? It's basically the complete opposite. And while he's there, right, while he leaves Jotunheim and goes to Asgard, and while he's talking to Thor, he asks him if the hammer's getting heavier because apparently the hammer is getting heavier. It doesn't mean that Thor's getting weaker or he's becoming unworthy. I guess it could mean a couple different things. It could mean that the enchantment that Odin put on Thor could be wearing off, or it's just the nature of the way that it is, or perhaps the hammer wants to be wielded by somebody else. Because I guess the hammer has a certain like sentience to itself, so it's like its own being in a way. So you could very well see Loki wielding the hammer. I mean, we've seen in this run a few different times Loki, picking up the hammer. I mean, he's picked it up in the past, but the difference is that in the past, when he did pick it up, he was quote unquote the good guy. So I believe in this run he's still like the bad guy, but we see him picking up the hammer. And depending on who's writing the story, is they're gonna put their own twist on things. Like Donny Cates is writing this one, where in the past, different authors, wrote the other stories. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited to see exactly where they go with this, how they handle this. I'm I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say we're gonna see Loki with Mjolnir for sure, just because they make so many references to it in the comics. Like Mjolnir wants to be wielded by somebody else. It shows him picking it up. So I'll be pretty stoked to build this guy. I wasn't really around when I think actually when I came to the game, this uniform here was his current uniform. So I wasn't here for when. I mean, I hear that Loki was actually the best character in the game at one point. So it seems like, he's going to make a return and be at that level. Definitely excited for Thor. I mean, they should. A lot of people have been talking about having like this Asgard tag. So I have to imagine, because they've been doing it. They've been doing it with a lot of other characters, right? Abomination. See if I can find Abomination here. He's got the gamma tag, right? Yep, this one right here. Only applies to characters with the gamma tag. We have the Inhumans tag, right? Where is Black Bolt with his leadership? Still have him favorited over here for some reason. So this guy with his leadership, 65% increase to all attacks, and then of course Medusa with her passive. Where is Medusa? Right, of course when you're making a video it's like you're blind, you can't see anything. right? So her passive, here it is right here. So it's actually her 4-star passive. And then, you know, now even more recent, the Dark Avengers. They have their own passive. So I like this, you know, it makes it more thematic. Um, so you know, it kind of like, you know, it's like, you know, you like it because of the thematics, but then again, you know, it limits the amount of characters that actually can use it. So will they, you know, will they change everything up? Like if it is in fact Valkyrie that's getting a uniform, will they change it altogether? Will they change her passive so it only applies to those with the Asgard tag? But that, you know, then they're gonna have to give, because I don't think they have an Asgard tag, right? Like if we go to the details, you know, he's you know, he has leadership, and he's got shock. And what does Loki have? Loki, you know, he's an alien, and he has this chill, and then he's got this mind, so it increases his mind damage. Does he even have any mind damage skills? He doesn't even have any skills that deal mind damage. He has energy and chill. Maybe on some of his past uniforms. Like, let's see. Yeah, I don't even. Okay, so this is his Avengers uniform. Is this? Yeah, I don't even own the other uniform. So let's see. So I don't. Does he do mind damage? Somebody let me know. I don't. That's really confusing to me. That is really confusing to me. But man, I'm pretty excited to get these characters built up. You know, maybe they'll go in and change like Odin's tag and just all of the Asgardians. But let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you're not, you know, subscribed already, you know, we're just getting up and running. We're getting warmed up here. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.